Hi everyone, it's Jonathan from Leica with another video on Cyclone 3DR. In today's video I'm going to talk about kind of a tip on using the filter by distance tool to clean out some noise. So what I've got here is I've got a scan of a sculpture that you can see is kind of a complex sculpture. It's got a bunch of a bunch of small wire that's bent inside of these individual blooms here in these arcing shapes, and in between you can see there's kind of overspray between the scans. So we've got a lot of point cloud data that's in between these two blooms, or in between every single bloom basically wherever it goes through. Kind of looks like spider webbing between there. So if we were going to try to create a model of this, we would want to remove all that data. So the first thing I'm going to do is just sort of isolate this because we don't need all these trees and things in the background. So what I'll do is I'll select my point cloud, go to the Clean tab, Clean Separate, and in this case I'm going to use this circle down here. I'm just going to try to pick in the center and expand that out. Maybe we'll use the pavement template there. And then I'm just going to say Keep, and that moves all the other point clouds into the recycle bin. So with that, we now have our point clouds sort of isolated to what we exactly want to look at. So now that it's isolated a little bit more, you can definitely see in the background what's going on here with the overspray between these different blooms. And inside, it's just kind of a mess. You can't really discern the individual spokes of this sculpture. So what we want to do now is there's a couple different ways we could filter this. We could try to use the noise cleaning tool. So we go here and try to clean noise. Let's see what that looks like. I'll just let that run so you can have an idea of the way that it's going to filter noise out of this cloud. But typically, in a situation like this, I tend to opt for the Separate by Distance tool. I'll show you why. So the noise filter doesn't do too bad. We could try to use that noise separation. It would get rid of a lot of this. So everything that's highlighted in blue, it's going to try to isolate. So let's just see what that looks like first, and then we'll undo this, and I'll show you the way that we would do it with the distance filter. So not too bad, honestly. The noise filter cleans it up pretty well. We get rid of a lot of the stuff that's floating out in space there and isolate everything. So I'm going to undo that though, bring everything back, and I'll show you another way that we can do it with the distance filter. So we can highlight the object, then go Separate by Distance. So what the Separate by Distance tool will do is it looks at every single point and then bases this off this segmentation distance. Like in this case, we might want to set a pretty small segmentation distance. So I'm going to say 2 millimeters. It's going to look at a point, and if there's another point within 2 millimeters, it's going to group those together. And then if we leave this box checked on for Filter Small Subclouds, it's going to look, and if there's not 100 points, in this case, we can set this to whatever we want. I'm going to leave it at 100. But if there's not 100 points in that group that are all within 2 millimeters of another point, it will delete that. So it's going to filter out. That's going to apply to a lot of the stuff that's floating out in space. You know, we might have a couple that are close enough here, but they're going to be removed. So it's a nice way to filter out floating points and noise. So I'm going to go ahead and run the preview on this. And this one might take a second, so I'll pause this and get back to you whenever it's done. Okay, it's just about finished up here. We're right at the end of the process. There we go. So you can see what this did was it actually separated the point cloud separated the large point cloud into smaller segments. Let's see, like this blue and green sections are groups of point clouds that are within 2 millimeters of each other but have more than 100 points. So the way we would handle this is we'd say OK to this. It said it deleted 792 subclouds. And then we can also, now we can go through and select. You can see here all of my original point cloud has been broken out. So 3DR orders these clouds, though, largest to smallest. So the top one is going to be my biggest cloud. The next one is going to be the next largest, which is this little section of spokes over here. So in this case, I kind of want to keep all this Looks like all it did was just sort of separate some smaller spokes out for me, so I'm going to select the whole point cloud, go down here and group it all. So now I'm back to my regular bloom point cloud, and rather than having to go through and do all this fencing, and you can see this method of filtering did a little bit better of a job than the noise filter. We could have tweaked the parameters of the noise filter, but by using this, we're just restricting it to having a homogeneous point cloud. Now, this works great on point clouds where we have a lot of coverage. You know, there's a ton of setups around this. We have full coverage on this model or on this sculpture to get the exact object that we wanted to. But if we had a lot of holes or shadowing, this may not work quite as well because we wouldn't have points that were within 2 millimeters of each other. But I just wanted to show you this just to give you an idea. If you come into something kind of unique like this and you want to do some cleanup without having to go through and use the clean separate tool to fence things out, sometimes using the distance tool can clean out noise in a little bit different of a way than the noise filter does. So they're both good tools to try to use to get the result that you need. But that's it for this one. Hope you found it helpful, and I will see you in the next one.